the director Joe Carnahan, who's gone on to do Smoking Aces, The Gray, and these types of, great movies. He cold called me. I was living with my mother in Scarborough. I don't know how he got my number. And to this day, apparently the person that, referred him to me or whatever never wanted to be named or anything. So, but whoever that was, thank you. But he cold called me. He hit me up and he was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Joe Carnahan. I'm a director out of LA or whatever." And he's like, "I'm doing this big movie, and I got some great people in it: Busta Rhymes, Ray Liotta, Jason Patrick, and I heard you're the fucking guy for this fucking role." I hung up on him, though. I thought it was a straight prank. I didn't think it was real whatsoever. And he called me back instantly and he was like, "Don't fucking hang up on me. This isn't a fucking joke. Write this down right now." And so I wrote down the address that he told me to take down. And whatever. I just did it. I just did it because if it wasn't a joke, I got the address. And then the phone hung up. I hung up the phone or whatever. And then a couple hours later, my manager called me. He was like, "Yo, check your email." I was like, "For what?" He's like, "Script. Memorize it." I was like, "Yo, that shit was real?" He's like, "Yeah, you thought that was a joke?" I'm like, "Yo, I thought that was a fucking prank." So I got the script. I memorized it real quick because I'm good at that. And so the craziest part about the whole story is that I went to the screen test for it, and as I walked in, there was this big table, and there was like 8 people. All these like real, like movie kind of people, like just 8 people just on this long table, and there was this man with really white hair and a full white beard at the end of the table, and he was kind of sitting like a certain way, like he was like, like just. He's in this position or whatever, right? So they told me to sit kind of like I'm sitting on this chair right now at the other end of the room. And there's a scene, in the scene, I get hot sauce poured into my eyes. So they said, start your screen test from when the hot sauce goes into your eyes. And I had never acted before in my life, but I just felt like, fuck it, I'm gonna give it everything, right? So I sat in the chair, and I put my hands over my eyes, and I just started fucking screaming like I was in excruciating pain. And I had worked at this clothing store called Platinum World, and I had on this at the time, it was like really expensive when Sean John popped up. I had this Sean John tracksuit, and I thought this would be cool to wear for my screen test. But this old man with the white hair and the full white beard flies out of his seat, grabs me by my Sean John tracksuit, lifts me out of my seat, and starts screaming in my face, and starts like attacking me. So I snap. Reflex. I'm not an actor. I don't know about auditions. I'm just here to read these fucking lines and try to get this role. He's attacking me, so I instantly grab him back, and now we're like, we're going at it. But he's not throwing punches at me. He's just like struggling with me to the point that we fall on the floor, and it's like a full out struggle on the ground. And then all of a sudden I hear, and I'm swearing at him. I'm like, "Yo, get the fuck off me. The fuck is this?" You know what I mean? I'm freaking out. And I'm more upset because he's grabbing my fucking Sean John tracksuit. Shit's like fucking $300-400 at the time. You know what I mean? I got the hookup, but still, it was like $300-400. And he's just gripping my shit. And then all of a sudden I hear, "Stop, stop, stop." And the director's like, cut, stop. Like, trying to say anything to stop us. And then, so now at this point, this dude's over top of me. Like he's got the drop on me, you know what I mean? And I look up, and he stops, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I look at this dude in his eyes. It's fucking Ray Liotta, dog. Like full white beard, full white head of hair, and it's Ray Liotta. I look, and I now I've recognized him because of the eyes. Like Ray Liotta's face. If when I first got there, I wasn't preening the man. Like who's, I just noticed that there was a man with a white beard and white face, white hair, but it was Ray Liotta, and then at that point I got the role right on the spot.